right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for some more One Piece. Last time we watched episodes 385 to 389. It was supposed to be 385 to 388, but a certain cliffhanger happened to come through, and I just couldn't stop at 388. I had to add in another episode, and I think it was worth it because I got to see some wildness, that's for sure. The jokes in this anime do not cease. However, today we're watching episodes 390 to 393, continuing on with this 21 episode special. But now that I included five episodes in the last video, it's going to be 4 from here on out. So it's going to be 4 episodes a day for 4 days. Is that how it is? I think that's it. Yeah, 4 days. So 4 days, 4 episodes each day. So we're going to keep going like that. Anyways, I already said it what we're watching, 393. So last time, episode 385, we actually got a bit of a sneak peek of the aftermath of Kuma's decisions over on Thriller Bark, and I think it is the Fleet Admiral, right? Fleet Admiral Sengoku. He was just yelling at Kuma. He was like, why'd you let him go, bro? I know for damn sure you could have handled them. Why'd you let them go? Kuma was like, they bested me. He was bullshitting him, but you know what? Kuma is on a weird spectrum for me. He's like, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he just a reasonable guy? I mean, good and bad and reasonable, they're not all the same thing, right? Good and bad is subjective. Reasonable, however, I mean, you can go either way. So his motives, his thought process, I mean, the guy's a cyborg, so his level of thinking is going to be hard to determine. But you know what? I appreciate what he did. He gave a fair, what's it called? He gave a fair, what, I don't even know what to call it. Like, it was sort of a compromise, but not really. He did give Zoro a chance to prove himself, and I know he noticed that Zoro was willing to put everything on the line for Luffy, and noticing that, he did want to give them some sort of option, and he didn't really have to go that far. He could have blasted them all easily. Like, we seen what he could do. It was easy for him to just destroy these guys, but he went another way with it, and he said something about dragons, so maybe that has something to do with it, because Luffy's dragon's son, so maybe there's some connection there. But I don't really know what to make of the man just yet. If we do see more of him in the future, which I hope we do, probably just that short interaction probably made him one of my favorite warlords, just because, one, he's not against the Straw Hats like the other ones, and two, the guy, he's very different from most of the villains that we've seen. I won't even classify him as a villain. Of course, Mihawk is my fave. Crocodile's pretty up there. He's not technically a warlord anymore. I hate Moria. Obviously, we don't know much about Doflamingo. Actually, we don't really know much about any of the warlords other than Moria. Moria and Crocodile, the warlords we really got to know the most, just because they've been main enemies for their respective arcs. But now that Crocodile's in a warlord, technically the only warlord we really know about is Moria up until now. And Mihawk is still sort of an enigma. We've only really seen him once majorly way back when in Barati, and after that it's only been like few drops here and there. So Kuma is probably like one of the warlords we know the most, and that's barely anything at all. So at least we know what devil fruit this man has, and what his where his morality lies. So it's really interesting to see that these warlords, as I said before, these warlords aren't just one stagnant sort of type of person. They have layers to them. They have some sort of unique characteristics, something about them that separates them from the typical villain stereotype. So I'm glad to see that they're not just villains. They're not just evil pirates. They're not just government mind-controlled sheep. Like, they got something to them. And I guess that's what makes the warlords so interesting to see, because they're very, their actions vary. Their actions, you can't really predict what they can do. Also, now Blackbeard is a warlord too. We know a bit about him. We know his devil fruit. And how many warlords are we missing at this point? So we know Blackbeard. That's one. We know Doflamingo, we know Mihawk, we know Moria, we know Kuma. I don't is that guy Jinbei? Is he still a warlord? I don't really, they haven't mentioned him at all since Arlong, so there's really no telling. I guess he might still. They haven't said he's not, so I'm guessing he still is. So we know 6 of the 7 warlords so far. There's still one missing, which is crazy to me. Other than that, I'm talking about episodes even before the ones we watched. We got to see our first mermaid in episode 385. We reached the red line, and we finally got to. Did we reach the red line episode? Was that 385? I think that was 385. Trying to remember. Let me remember. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we got through that whole crazy sea current, and then we reached the red line. We got a few reminiscent flashbacks of the first time we reached the red line when it was entering the grand line, and now we're gone all the way through, and we're at the halfway point. Now we reach the red line again, stepping into the new world. And next time we see the red line, we will have completed our journey, which is going to be fantastic to see. I'm assuming it's going to take a long ass time because this is, I'm assuming like this is the rest of the series now. This is taking place in the new world. Next like 500 something episodes or whatever. You guys are like, everyone's caught up like in episode 900 or something like that. I've been talking for a while. Hold up. Let me just recap this real quick. Met our first mermaid. Sanji damn near died. I'm pretty sure his dick is broken now. He's just gone because she fell on him. Episode 386, we learned her name is Kami. She had a little pet star, like Rasta Bob Marley starfish named Papag. We got to meet the flying fish riders, Makuro or Macro, something like that. He's some human trafficker. He was trying to capture Kami so that he could sell her. You got to learn about something called Sabaody, something like that, archipelago. And we got a name drop of Master Duval, who we'll be talking about in a little bit. Strides prepare for battle versus the Flying Fish Riders in episode 387 and episode 388. We got the reveal that Duval is actually the lookalike of not Sanji, but his wanted poster, because Sanji needs to make perfectly clear that the wanted poster is not him, okay? That looks nothing like him. Episode 389, Duval is defeated, and we got some type of hint of Luffy, and I actually went back after watching all that. I went back to episode 4, took a look at Shanks and what he did against that Sea King that bit off his arm. And it is there was a sound effect to it. It had like the same. It wasn't a similar sound effect, but it had a sound. Both moments had a sound effect when Luffy was staring at Duval's bull or whatever, and Shanks was staring at the Sea King. So I don't know if this is like an ability that they both have. I don't know what it is exactly, but I'm pretty sure there's a connection there. And whether or not they're going to expand, I'm assuming they're going to expand upon it with the way they're dropping it like that. But Luffy's strength is definitely growing. That's clear if he's able to do something like that, like Shanks, who's an emperor. So I can't wait to see if they go more into that. Got to see the Lion's Cannon. The thousand, I was about to say Going Marys, rest in peace. The Thousand Sunnies special attack beyond just the Kude burst. It also got an insane beam cannon thing that just obliterated the Flying Fish Riders. That's enough of a recap. I've been talking too much. If you guys would like to watch the full reaction, link is down in the description below. But without any further ado, let us get it started. Episode 390. We're almost at 400. We're breaking 400, bro. Let's go. Let's get into it. He calling in a favor immediately. The Flying Fish Riders already. Jeez. Why? Oh, because they know that Macro guy or whatever knows, right? Jeez, Sanji said that immediately. He's serious then. I don't think he really wants to see that Duval guy again, but that's dope. He said, Kami? Did you say Kami? Oh, we getting serious now. Enough hot chocolate or coffee, whatever y'all were drinking, is over. We get her back without a doubt in my mind. Okay, Kami kidnapped. Zoro almost brought a whole admiral and navy fleet to Sabaody. Luckily Bonnie saved him. Got some quick tomato sauce or whatever with tomato juice. put it on his forehead, said he was dead. That was funny. That was a smooth move, though. That was a smooth move for sure. Zoro was ready. He had the demon eye. He was getting at him. But yeah, the extent to which these nobles are allowed to just, I guess they're just allowed to do crimes. Like, it's just, they can do whatever they want because of their title, because their descendants or so-called descendants. I mean, that might just be hearsay, but I guess they're just allowed to do whatever the hell they want. He can just grab whatever chick he wants, make her his wife, and that's that. And that's, he does whatever he wants. He said like wife number 13 or something like that. He said, I'm bored of 1 to 5 to put him back. I want this one. He had 2 chicks on a chain. Like, fool is not anywhere near the level of he's just not empathetic or sympathetic or anything close to what a human should be. He's just a delusional freak. But I mean, if you're brought up within that sense, who's to blame other than the people that brought you up, and who's to blame them and other people people that brought them up? Like, you're just a product of the environment that you're raised in. So this is what this world produced, and now we got to deal with it. Zoro almost did deal with it. He said, we don't need you trash. I mean, Zoro probably didn't even know what was happening. He just saw someone aiming a gun at him, and it was self-defense. But I mean, I'm assuming the government wouldn't see it that way. It's like, oh, you harmed a noble, you're done. But the reasoning as to why they protect them, I'm unsure. They're like, is it just because they're nobles? Like, what are they trying to protect with that? What is the purpose behind that? I'm unsure. I'm assuming we'll be getting into that in the next bit of episodes. But that wraps it up for this one. That was 4 episodes here. Thank you guys so much for watching this group of episodes, and I hope you join me in the next one. Peace.